out of the cheers that you gave my tech Rebecca when she brought out this hat earlier. Legitimately the biggest cheer I've had all day, so that was very nice. Anyway, it's that time of the year again, everyone. As you can tell from my shaky entrance, I've been hitting the eggnog extra hard to get into the holiday spirit. Who's ready for yet another seasonal holiday tale pulled straight from the public domain? I know Kidpool in the front row's ready. Well, we have matching hats, I like it. All right. Today's story is a classic holiday tale of good and evil. Filled with greed, a bunch of gravestones, a very nice four-poster bed, and a bunch of hideous mutants and spooky ghosts. Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of dark and creepy for a holiday tale, don't you think? Yeah, it is, right? Well, you know what? We're already all out here, and this is the story that they're literally paying me to do on the schedule, so let's get on with it, shall we? Oh, it's just so exciting. For today's story, we travel back in time to jolly old England for a dignified holiday tale by Sir Mr. Charles Xavier Dickens. And brought to you by Disney Plus. Right, cheer louder like it's for the tech, please, so they pay me more. Thank you. Oh, that's more like it. That's right, everyone. Disney Plus is paid to keep little old story time around for the holidays. Finally, a streaming service that understands quality content. Disney Plus. All right, I will get that back. Thank you, ma'am. All right, well, now that the pandering segment of this performance is over, let's get to the actual story, shall we, Kidpool? All right. Oh, this is so exciting. You know, it's rare that I get to sink my teeth into something as joyous and uplifting as a Christmas tale. You know, they're always filled with such good morals and positive messaging and happiness. Oh, page 1, Marley was dead. Wow, that was a really dark start to this story. I don't think Disney Plus signed up for all of that. Let me just skip ahead to the less morbid part, shall we? All right, let's see. Oh, here's a very nice uplifting sentence. The meanest old curmudgeon in all of London town was a vile, hairy, ugly, smelly, prickly, it says all of this, by the way, miserly old brute by the name Logan Scrooge. Oh, old Scroogey really did not like the holidays and always went around saying, bah humbug, bub. Whatever that means. He had a very handsome, very charming, extremely funny, although a bit of an acquired taste, I will admit, employee by the name Wade Cratchit Poole. Wade Cratchit Poole. Yeah, you see what I did there? Poor little Wade just wanted to enjoy the holiday season and have a literal single day off in 10 years. But old Scroogey was always like, get back to work, Bob, and count me money. He was really not a nice person. And did I mention he was very smelly, miserly, and somewhat Australian? Well, anyway, because Scroogey was such a naughty little furry elf, he was visited by one of his dead partners. One of his ex-partners, if you will. He was an X-Men, yeah. He told Scroogey that he would be visited by 3 ghosts that very night who would help him learn the true spirit of the season. This really spooked Scroogey, and he was very restless at night. Kind of like when you eat one too many chimichangas before bedtime time. Yeah, Kidpool knows what I'm talking about. Suddenly, a bright light shone through Scroogey's window. He hobbled over to check it out, only to see that it was none other than Johnny Storm. All flaming and bright. Yeah, not Steve Rogers like we all clearly wanted, but you know, that's fine. Johnny Storm is still cool. Actually, no, he's not really cool. He's more so hot. Anyway, most of what Johnny Storm said was filled with vulgarities, so I can't really repeat anything he said here at the Disneyland Resort registered trademark. But rest assured, long story short, he showed Scroogey his sad past. His sad origins, if you will. You see what I did there, didn't you? Then the ghost of Christmas Present shows up, and it is just this giant, child-minded figure, way larger than a normal man should be, with a body made completely out of metal and a very obnoxious Russian accent. That sounded a little something like this. Logan Scrooge, gaze upon the Cratchit Pool family and see your shame. He shows Scroogey a picture of the beautiful Cratchit Pool family living in a small but humble studio apartment off of Pico and Crenshaw. And Blind Al was there, Dog Pool, and tiny little Peter Pool, who was obviously sickeningly ill and leaning on a small crutch. They could barely get by on the meager salary that Wade's boss was giving him. All of this forced Scroogey to finally feel a true emotion. It was actually the first emotion that he felt in over 200 years of living on this planet. So emotional, in fact, that a single salty tear began to trickle down his chiseled, mewing jawline, soaking into his luscious mutton chops. It was like the ending of a perfect rom-com. Like the proposal. And then the ghost of Christmas Days of Future Past showed up, and quite honestly, I'm not even gonna go into all that. It's kind of spooky and scary. The timelines get all convoluted. It almost tanked our entire franchise, but long story short, all of these ghosts showed Scroogey that he needed to keep the spirit of the season deep, deep within his heart, all year round. And basically just to not be such a furry little jerk all the time. Meanwhile, little tiny Peter Pool narrowly escaped death because Loganies are actually paid to get his little legs healed, and they became besties. Logie was true to his word and became a better mutant. And then, at the end of the story, oh, this is my favorite part. Tiny little Peter Pool waddles over with his newly refurbished legs, grips onto Scroogey's very muscular inner thigh muscles, wow, and exclaims for all to hear, God of Thunder bless us, everyone, Logie Bear. Let me tell you, there was not a dry eye in the house. The house was actually soaking wet with tears. And they all lived happily ever after. Yeah, thank you. Especially because this story in particular has been rehashed and merchandised dozens of times over the years. It's what we like to call in the business easy money. Well, to be fair, this kind of tale really is very spirited. And on that note, I would like to wish everyone a good afternoon, and thank you so much for coming. But I actually have an even bigger thanks, no offense. It is a big thanks to Disney Plus! Still wasn't as loud as the cheer for my tech Rebecca, but you know what, it's fine. Make sure to check out all of the quality programming only available now on Disney Plus. Happy holidays, everyone! Bye, Kid Pool! On we ride! Just think, everyone, if it wasn't for Disney Plus, none of us would be here right now. I know I'd be unemployed. Bye, everyone!